glasses. Good morning. Well, it's morning here. Sorry, I had dirty glasses. Hi, I'm Cassie. Welcome back to my channel. I've been seeing a lot of YouTubers recently doing a getting to know you question thing. I thought that since I had quite a few of you who are new to my channel, maybe we could take a minute, have a little coffee, get to know all about my sassy self. Well, so the basics. I'm Cassie. I live in Kansas. I am 45. And a mom of 3 daughters. I'm married. Sorry, fellas, I'm taken. Look, it's been a minute since I sat down and vlogged. I've taken kind of a bit of a break, and I'm having a hard time here getting reacquainted with the camera and talking to myself. First question is, are you named after anybody? Well, my mom always told me that if I had been a boy, I would have been named after my dad. His name's Clancy. But I was a girl. And Cassie was as close to Clancy as she could get without naming me Claire. But my mom also told me that I was named after a queen or a princess or, you know, royalty, which that one I tend to believe. When was the last time you cried and why? I cry a lot. I think the last time that I had a really good cry, Friday. I cried Friday because the song by Green Day called When September Ends came on the radio, and he wrote that song about his dad who died, and my dad just died in May. And then we started in the car when I was kind of quietly crying. I kind of started thinking about a moment with teletherapy, talking about my daughter and my grown daughter. She lives in California and she's really far away and I miss her. So yeah, those are kind of the top 2 things right now that make me cry. I'm about to start crying right now, so let's move on to the next question. What is the first thing that you notice about other people? The first thing I usually notice is their smile. If you're not smiling, you seem really kind of unapproachable. There's really no reason not to smile. Even if you got crooked teeth like me. Just, who cares about your crooked teeth? Who cares? Who cares if you're missing some teeth? Just smile. It's beautiful. You're beautiful. Okay. Scary movie or happy ending? Okay. People who've been with me for a while and friends and family who watch this, you know I love to be scared. I love a good ghost hunt. I love haunted places, but I do not like scary movies. I do not like how gruesome they are, how absolutely unrealistic they are. They give me nightmares. There, I said it. So I prefer a happy comedy with a great ending. Sometimes life gets pretty dramatic, and a good comedy can help make that go away for a couple of hours. Next question, favorite smells. Favorite smells. 2 of my favorite smells are an old cellar. Like the rock-walled old cellars. They're kind of musty and dry and old. They just smell old earth. And I also love the smell of a tomato plant. When I'm digging around in my tomatoes and you're touching the vines, I love the way that smells on my hands. What's your sign and do you believe in astrology? Well, I'm an Aquarius. Yes, Aquarius. Do I believe in astrology? Well, I believe in the power of the moon and the sun and the stars. I don't like labels. I don't like to paint myself into a box. Is that a sign of an Aquarian? It probably is. I don't know. I don't read a lot into it. I've just really never gotten into astrology, I guess. I mean, I'm not the person that's reading their horoscope every day. Do you have any hobbies? I do have some hobbies. Vlogging, being a hobby. Photography. I have a pretty nice camera that I just don't get out often enough. I love it. There's a lot of bells and whistles on it and I don't get them all. And I'm old and it's hard for me to learn new things. I love adventure, especially if it's haunted. I love exploring places and I love history. I love learning about people and places and historical events that happened. I become almost obsessed with places and I will research them until I know everything. Do you have any pets? I do. I have one dog, Garrison. We rescued him from KC Pet Project. He's an a-hole and we love him. Siblings, do you have siblings? I do. I have the world's greatest sister. She really is the world's greatest sister. I know we didn't, like siblings when you're young. We didn't get along when we were younger, but it wasn't like a violent not getting along. We hung out with each other's friends. We're pretty close in age. We are about, how far apart are we, Katie? 19 months apart, and she lives here in Kansas with me. And we hang out now and again, and you've probably seen her in some videos if you've been around for a bit. She's kind of one of my favorite people. Your first best friend. My first best friend was Shelly Bradford. She passed away when we were 24. I miss her. I miss her laughter. I am very thankful for her in my life. The least favorite thing about yourself. It's my crooked teeth. I had baby teeth until I was 21, and one of my fangs grew in behind the baby tooth, and I had a dentist who just seemed so unconcerned about it. And now I have a dentist who suggests I spend about $7,000 to fix it. I'm just not. It didn't come through until I was 20. I felt like it was really waiting to make its arrival, and it is perfectly placed. But I hate it. I hate it. I hate my smile, but I still smile because I'm happy. Favorite drink? Water, wine, whiskey. Folgers. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? Get a pen because this is a list. I'll link them all below too. There are some here that you might be interested in. Let's start with my most favorite dad on YouTube. He's a cool dad. He's an awesome husband. He's a devoted Christian. And he rides a bike. And he goes on adventures. His name is Josh Harris. He lives on the east, somewhere out east, Carolinas. Sorry, Josh. You live out there somewhere though, right? The name of his channel is Josh Harris Vlogs. He's pretty spectacular. He was one of the first channels that I started following on YouTube that weren't friends or family from around here. Josh Harris Vlogs. Cute family, beautiful children, gorgeous wife, living a good life. Living a nice, sweet, precious little life out there in the East. Okay, there are two amazing vloggers here locally. They live in Lawrence, Kansas. Their channel names are Comfy Fat and Fat Girl Flow. They are a couple. They are so freaking cute. Comfy Fat, their name is Jay, and they do like they talk a lot about fat people, and I identify as a fat people. Jay talks about flying on airplanes when you're overweight, and eating at restaurants when you're overweight. And Jay also goes out and tries new things. I think it's called Jay Tries New Things. They're pretty great. They're very transparent, open. They are 2 channels that I look up to a lot. Fat Girl Flow, that's Carissa. She's the other half of the dynamic duo of those 2. And she does fashion. She has opened up a lot about her life. She is so freaking adorable. I can't even stand it. Excellent content. I love that they're local. I would die if I ran into them if I was in Lawrence tooling around. Another channel that I am obsessed with is The Witch of Wonderlust. And this girl, Olivia, she lives in California. She is in her early 20s. She is, well, she a witch. Okay. I'm not telling anybody anything they don't know about her. She's so super cool. I want to be like her. She gives pole dancing lessons. She is so creative and artistic. And she's a witch. She's a lot of fun to watch. Haunting history. The pleasure of knowing a couple of guys who are involved in that, and they are local-ish. They're from southern Missouri, and they go on paranormal investigations, but part of their investigating is actual investigating of a location and getting the history and learning things that happened there. And one of their big primary things is preserving the history and preserving those places. Once these places are gone, they're gone forever, and then they're forgotten. And it is very important that we know where we came from. Oh, there's Curiosity Incorporated. They just did this great series where they bought this house, and it was a hoarder's house, and it was just seriously 2 stories filled to the brim, and like a shed outside filled to the brim. And turned out that this hoarder was really this sort of famous potter. She was an artist, and he ends up kind of cleaning out her house and finding so many treasures in there of her artwork. And we get to meet her, and we get to see this house transform, and we get to sort of just get involved in the amazing beautification of this place. Just a couple more, bear with me. I'm kind of a YouTube junkie. So for a little bit of time, I got into like survival stuff. And so there are 3 channels that I like to watch about that, and they're women. One of them is Survival Lily. She is in Europe somewhere. Sorry, Lily. She has built shelters in the woods. She just goes out into them and she just tries to survive. She hunts food. She shows you how to make weapons. She is just very knowledgeable and brave, and probably a little stupid for the things that she does. But I love her. She's amazing. Another great channel that I found through Survival Lily is called A Girl in the Wild. And her name is Steffi, and I think currently she lives in the United States, but she is from Europe. I'm sorry. It's like Austria or Germany. I don't know. Stephanie used to be a soldier in the army, and she knows a lot about bushcrafting and survival, just like Lily does. And I was introduced to Stephanie through Lily. They did a collab. And another really fun YouTube channel is Girl in the Woods, and this is Brooke Whipple, and she was on a series called Alone. I watched her before she was on that series. She just makes everything seem so simple. Like, you can build a teepee out of brush and it'll stand for years, and you could take your dog into the woods and camp in the snow, and she's just cool as F. And her husband also YouTubes too. 2 more kind of fun channels that I watch that I would call borderline PBS worthy. One is 21090 Brewing, and they talk about beer. They're such good quality videos, such great content. Even if you don't like beer, it's educational and informative, and they're a lot of fun to watch. And another really great PBS series worthy channel is Slim Potato Head. I used to have an A-frame camper, and that's how I found him. And so he's Canadian, but he travels around the United States in his little A-frame, and he boondocks, and he reviews campsites, and he goes to historical places and talks about them. And he is fascinating and funny, and yeah, you just need to go find him, Slim Potato Head. He's great. Whew, that was a hell of a list. Okay, I think we're almost done with this getting to know me thing though, because this video is getting really long. How many boy or girlfriends have you had? Well, I've been married twice, and then I've had lots of fun relationships in between those two marriages. Describe your fashion sense. I've turned into my mother. I wear stretchy things and jeans and t-shirts and sensible shoes. 3 things that upset you. 1, orb of people. It's dust, it's a bug, it's not a freaking spirit. 99% of the time, it's not a spirit. Orb people, hair in my food, unless it's mine. And the 3rd thing that upsets me is tardy people, late people. Gets on my nerves. 3 things that make you happy. Well, that's easy. Ariana, Mary Rose, and Lucille, my baby girls. How is your relationship with your parents? I left this in here just because I want to talk about my parents. My mom died 17 years ago from cancer, and my dad died in May from cancer. I wish I had a relationship today with my parents. And the reason I left this in here to talk about them was, if you still have your parents, call them, hug them, love them, write them, send them a card to tell them you're thinking of them, because they're not going to be here forever. My mom and dad are easily 2 of the most amazing people, flaws and all. I loved them. I love them still. I miss them. The last question is, what is 1 word to describe yourself? Sassy. Duh. So that was it. I've wasted your time, wasted mine. But at least I got used to looking at the camera again and talking into it. Thanks for enduring. I hope you know me better. I hope you feel like you know me better. I hope you go check out all those YouTube channels that I like too. And I'll list the questions below too if you want to do your own getting to know you video, because I'd love to watch that. I've subscribed to a whole bunch of new channels in the last month or so, and we'll love to get to know more about the people on the other side of that camera. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share, and tell your friends. And I don't know, maybe you could shout me out in a channel. I'll talk to you later.